Welcome to today's Java lesson. In this session, we're going to explore a small but very important topic in Java, the Boolean wrapper class. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to understand what the Boolean class is and when to use it. Compare Boolean with the primitive Boolean. Use commonly available methods of the Boolean class. Let's get started. What is the Boolean class? Boolean is a wrapper class for the primitive type Boolean. It can hold three values: true, false, or null. Useful in cases where you need an object representation of a logical value, e.g., in collections, generics, or when null is meaningful. Now let's look at one important difference between the primitive type Boolean and the wrapper class Boolean, their default values. Open VS Code. Create a new Java file named booleanwrapper.java. We define two static fields, one of type Boolean and one of type Boolean. Since we don't assign any value to them, Java will use the default values. Then, we print them out. Now, run the program and observe the output in your terminal. Expected output is default value of primitive Boolean, false. Default value of Boolean wrapper, null. Let's continue our comparison by looking at the number of values each type can represent. In your booleanwrapper.java, add the following code inside the main method. With the primitive type Boolean, you can only assign two values, true or false. If you try to assign null to a Boolean, it will cause a compile time error because primitive types cannot hold null. On the other hand, the Boolean wrapper class is an object, so it can hold true, false, and null. This third state, null, is useful in real-world applications, for example when a value is unknown, not set yet, or optional. Let's take a quick look at some useful utility methods that the Boolean class provides. Converts a string to a Boolean by using method boolean.parseBoolean. It returns true only if the string equals true, case insensitive. Any other value, including null, returns false. Converts a string to a Boolean object by using method boolean.valueOf. Predefined constants for Boolean objects, boolean.true or boolean.false. Converts a Boolean object to its primitive value by using Boolean value. Now go ahead and run the program to see the result in your terminal. Now it's your turn. Tweak the code, test new cases, and own the concept. Hope this was helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check the description below for links, documentation, and source code.